Hello friends, in this lab exercise we are going to see how to create SSH keys so that when we run Ansible command we don't have to provide password every time. I'll show you some example. Uh, Ansible, let's use a module name command. Specify some arguments or uh, commands. For example, uptime, I want to check the uptime and the system load of the remote host. So I have a group called magic. Okay, under that magic group there can be one host, two hosts, or many hosts. Okay, as of now I have only one host, this white magic host. And let's hit enter. Okay, so okay, yes. Anyways, the problem here is permission denied. Unreachable and permission denied. Okay, now let's go here, check IP A, and we have the correct IP already. Let's troubleshoot it. So we may wonder that the host is reachable, still why it is saying that it is unreachable. But the actual problem is this permission denied. So through SSH the connectivity is not working. Okay, you can just forget this part because I changed the keys, that's why that message was there. Now let's run the same commands and I tell it that ask me the password. I give it the password. Now the connection is successful and we got the response also from the remote host. This is the output from the uptime command. We can cross check here also. Okay, so the same output is here. Of course you can run some other command also. For example, let's check who all are logged in and what they are doing. You see, SSH password, so it is asking for the password so that it can connect through the SSH protocol to the remote host. Okay, so our work is so far fine. Now we don't want to enter the password every time, so we can generate SSH keys. SSH keys you can generate by running this command. Hit enter. I hit enter because I'm happy with the default location for this private and public key. Now enter. Okay, so you notice here that this directory root.ssh, we have to check this one. Cd here. Now ls-l, we have these files available. Non-host file is already present there, no problem, because I had already earlier used this host to connect to some other host. Okay, now if you are wondering what could be by default there, so you can just remove this directory structure. Now we don't have that directory anymore and it is completely gone. Also I can do this thing. I go to this white magic box and I remove everything from here. Okay, now let's run the same SSH keygen command again. So this time you see created directory because earlier it was already present. Now cd dot SSH. You see, by default we are getting only these two files. This is the private SSH key file and this is the public. So this public uh, the keys in this public file or public keys you can share with the other host that you want to connect to without entering password. So you can just use get command for example to show the contents of this file and you can copy paste it. It is that much simple. You just copy it and paste into a file on the a remote host. The file would be authorized keys. Now what I can do is SSH copy ID. I can use this command also. And since my ID file is in the default directory, so I don't have to specify that pick my ID from this or that directory. It will pick it from there by default. Now I have to tell it that copy the ID for the root user at the other host. The other host is IPA. The other host is this. Okay. You may say or wonder why I'm not using the host name because I have not set up the DNS thing yet. Okay. Hit enter. Okay. Yes. I want to continue. Now I have to provide the password. You see, number of keys, edit one. And now try logging into the machine with SSH and this and check to make sure that only the keys you wanted were added. Okay, it may so happen that some other unwanted keys are getting copied there, but anyways the first thing is we need to do, we will just log into that host. Okay, I'm using the root user here, but if I remove it, it will take the current user as the default, so it is the same thing. Okay, but we can just say that login as this on this host. Now hit enter and voila, we have logged in to this white magic machine. Okay, so our work was successful. Okay, what do you say guys? Now let's log out of it. Okay, we are back to our black magic machine. See, now non-hosts file is also present because it has the knowledge or understanding of the other host that I might want to connect to the other host. So you know, the capture certain keys or what we should call uh, when we these fingerprints. Okay, now let's run our um, Ansible commands. So we are going to run the same commands. Maybe this time we can change the command. We can use some other command here. For example, I want to check how the system memory and swap utilization is looking like. Okay, system and virtual memory, that is swap memory. And let's remove this ask password thing and let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, no worries, we'll troubleshoot it. Let's wait. Oh wow, it worked, right? So we see the output from the free command here, and it is coming from this host, which is our white magic box, this one. So it is just like running this command here. And okay, we have done that remotely. So guys, this is how you can set up SSH keys. You can copy the keys to some other host that you want to connect to. Suppose you want to perform this activity. For example, let's say this magic group, it has 25 hosts. Okay, how we can verify? So we can quickly check. So I'm using the default inventory file, which is here, hosts. So this is the default Ansible host file, which is the inventory file. I have the group called magic and only one host IP or name is mentioned there. So I can have several hosts listed here. So suppose I have 10 hosts. Okay, I have shared the keys only with the one, only this one. Okay, so the on the rest of the hosts, um, if I run this command without sharing the public keys with them for the other hosts, this will fail certainly. Okay, so ensure that if you have 10 hosts, you share the keys with all of them. Maybe you can run a loop and maybe put it in a script, the keys, or maybe copy paste in some other way as you like. So do you want some more examples? What I will do, I will create another video. I will I have my virtual machines already set up, but I have not started them, so starting them would take some time, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So what I will do, I would create another video and show you examples where I'm using multiple hosts here. So that would be better, but I would like you to do that. Okay, you do that. So you, I think that you would be fine to go from here to the next level, and the next level is you uh, edit this file, create your own group, specify the IPs of the other hosts. Okay, anyways, I'm going to show you that exercise also in my next video. So guys, I hope that you found this lab exercise helpful. Tata, bye bye.